Hello and welcome to this Wednesday Live. My name is Parveen Smith and I'm from Soul to Soul Wellbeing, and it's great to have you here. So, our Wednesday Lives are here every single Wednesday, and I am a global speaker, author, a trainer, a coach, and a global awardee for the work that I have conducted over the many years. So, what we're going to talk about today is what if change is good? The last 2 weeks, we've been looking at what if you can become something more and achieve more. Today, what if change is good? A lot of people do fear change. And the reason why I say that is because I've been working with a lot of people over the last 2 decades. As a mentor over 20 years ago, I trained in this. I can remember how my job was really to nurture the young ones and allow them to feel that they had expression and they could feel confident. But again, children can also fear change. And it's about making them feel comfortable in their zones of wherever they may be, whether it's in the classroom, in the playground, or learning a lesson. And mentoring is something that's really specific, I feel, to help growth. And it is about growth. It's about helping that person. It's almost like taking them by the hand and saying, I can help and support you. So, as a global mentor and a champion for emotional and mental well-being, I feel it's important that we can connect with people to help them feel better in themselves. You may also be able to reflect a time in your life where you may have felt you haven't felt confident to make a decision, to make the change. And what I can say to you is, yes, it's not always easy to have the confidence to make a big decision because it relies on so many different aspects of the world around you, the people involved, and why you may be looking at making a decision confidently to make a change. But not everybody is confident, as we know. Confidence comes with either we are already confident as a young person and we remain confident through the teenage years and adult years, or it may well be that we are having to learn how to be confident. So confidence doesn't come to everybody so easily. And I can remember writing about something just about a week or two ago about how people haven't got confidence to even be in small groups. People haven't got confidence even to be in large groups. And they have to really pluck up the courage to step into that zone of comfort. So, as we go into this session today, how about you can reflect on your time as when you were a young person, and when did your confidence kick in for you? You may be thinking, actually, I had no confidence. I didn't have confidence when I was a teenager. I didn't even have confidence when I was an adult. You may be thinking this, and you may still not be confident. You may be more of an introvert. An extrovert has more confidence because they're a bit more bubbly, jovial, and they can speak easily to other people. Introverts may not have that way of thinking and being. Now, introverts may want to stay indoors, be quiet, and have the quiet moments to themselves and like to be in their own company. Whereas extroverts may be a bit more, like we say, jovial, more outgoing, and don't mind confidently speaking to others. So if you can just look at this from a perspective of change, and it is about looking at how can we have a space where we can make that change confidently or not confidently. It can be daunting, can't it? Change can be daunting because a lot of the time people don't know what's behind that change, what's on the other side of that change. Now, it depends what's going on in your life for sure. What decisions do you feel you may want to make confidently to be able to get to the bigger picture, which is just on the other side, yet you can't see it all? Because a lot of the time we can't see what's ahead of us. We can't even envisage what might be laying in front of us because change can feel very uncomfortable for a lot of people. I hope this makes sense. You may be reflecting on your moments of when you may be thinking, I know where this fits in. I know I haven't got the confidence. And I know, for example, there has been some big decisions to make, but it was so awkward. It was so out of the comfort zone. And you may feel that making change is uncomfortable. But some of this may come back from when you were a child or a young adult. And you may be thinking, I've never had confidence to make decisions and actually strive forward with making those big changes. And it can be because of the way you may have been brought up, or things may have knocked you as a young child or even a teenager, that you've struggled to be an adult in making those decisions for change. Like I say, change can be uncomfortable for quite a few people, whereas for me, I love change. Change does not frighten me at all, and it's nothing to do with, somebody else overtaking or making the decisions, and I'm having to go along with that. It's absolutely fine. If somebody said to me, guess what? We have a change of plan, like what happened last week when I was stuck in Paris, and the trains, the Eurostar wasn't running because there was a World War II bomb reveal, and this bomb was obviously unearthed during some work maybe, and everything got halted. But what did I have to do? Everybody at that time had to make some decisions and make some changes and look for alternative ways to get to our destination. Yes. So for me too, change is okay, but it's not okay for everybody. And I know teenagers may find it very difficult to make changes, to go from primary school to secondary school, to becoming a teenager, to looking at the options to choose to study for the so many years that they're in high school for. These are all big decisions. They are big changes, and they can feel daunting. And that's when usually you have somebody to mentor or guide you. Usually it would be your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, aunts and uncles, school teachers, and so forth. But when we get to an older year and we're having to make some decisions for some changes, we may step back from that and think, oh my gosh, now I'm stuck. Now I don't know where to go. In fact, there's a big challenge ahead of me. How am I going to get there? Yeah. And you may sort of introvert into yourself and procrastinate, maybe feel stuck and may not take those chances to make the change. And last week and the week before, I was talking about who do you want to become and how are you going to get there, and what do you want to become? What choices could be there out there for you? And this is the next session, really, about looking at what more do I want out of life. And if it's a big change and it feels a bit scary and a bit daunting, we can take it into little steps. We've got to take each step at a time. This is why I always say make sure you have a pen and paper for each session that we do here, and you may be able to get some insights into what I'm talking about that may help you to make some changes in your life, because that's what Soul to Soul Wellbeing has been doing for 2 decades or so. And we have been helping people to look at what changes can they make. Could it be for their body system not feeling great, and looking at, maybe I need to go to the gym, maybe I need to eat better, maybe I need to start taking some supplements. It could well be on different levels. It could well be my confidence to go to a meeting. What clothes do I wear? What would suit me? What would look better on me? These are all decisions, and it can feel a bit frightening, especially when big things are coming. But if we can take it little bit by bit and take a piece of paper and think, what is so scary about this one decision I've got to make? And you might even write down, that feels scary, in fact, and even that feels scary. But when you start to rationalize the scariness and the stuff that really you want and the change you want to make, it's about making that decision and taking that forwards. And you may not feel 100% confident with this, but if you really, really, really want it, so what I say to my clients, if you really want it and you can't see any other pathway, that is the way to go. Yes, it's a big decision probably. It's probably feeling uncomfortable, but there's something great that you want at the end of that. And when you look in your mind and start analyzing what you really want, you'll start to think, that suits me better, that doesn't. And in fact, it may well be the only way to get there. And that's when we need an extra bit of support sometimes. You can ask your friend, your family member, somebody you look up to, who you really admire. It could actually be, for example, a mentor, a guide, or a coach, or somebody like myself. And you can just reach out, but don't ever struggle alone when it comes to decision making. And sometimes when you have sounding boards to come off from, it will make sense that somebody else might say, actually, if you made that decision right now, it's actually for your greatest benefit. So this is what we want to take you through, these pathways of looking at what changes could really benefit. Now, when you hear about different people's stories, you start to realize where they have come from. And I genuinely every day speak to a lot of people, and it's the resilience and the strength that we have deep inside of us. Most of us have got this. Some of us will have to learn to build upon that, and that's when coaching comes into place, and learning to find somebody who will help and guide you. And I know for a fact that when we've helped people, whether it's been school teachers, nurses, doctors, whoever it may well be, they have made some big decisions to get to that space where they want to get to. And when they have, even at their level of work, felt, I haven't got the confidence to do this. I know I want this, but I haven't got the confidence. That's when we need the extra expertise support to support that pathway in if you can't do it yourself. And there may well be some very confident people listening into this who may think, guess what? I'm confidently able to do this. I'm not scared. I'm not frightened about what path I've got to take and what next steps I've got to take. But I will share some thoughts with you on some of these steps in a few moments. And I just want to check on something here, because we've got some amazing people who are subscribed to our channel. And if you know somebody who hasn't heard of us and what we do, please do share this, because you're feeling confident and fine where you are. There may well be somebody who hasn't got the confidence and really could do with listening into something like this. It will support them and their journey. It will help them emotionally, mentally, physically, and a deeper level of understanding where life could really, really take them. So, yes, life can be mysterious as well at times. As I say, you don't know what's on the other side, but you want something. And with confidence, if you can, get the support to get you there. If you feel that there is another way, that you just need to sit in silence, you might want to listen to some music, you may sit in silence and contemplate, you might even think about, I'm going to meditate for a minute or 2 minutes. Some people like to meditate longer, but I specifically believe that in my career, in my expertise, you don't have to meditate for long periods of time. It depends where you are at in your journey, I must say that too. And it can be easier when you know how to. But it is about finding that time, that space, if you're not sure about your decisions. And I was just talking to somebody about that just yesterday, and she said the same. Sometimes we just need quietness to look at our decisions we're going to make. I am going to share something else with you, so I'm going to grab that from here as well. And it is also, there's 2 more tools I'm going to give you here from my own work that I've been doing for the last 20 years or so. So I'm going to share that with you. But I wanted to, first of all, there's 2 things I'm going to share with you. What is it in your life that you're thinking, I want to change? Because change is actually good. In our parents' and grandparents' probable era, they may not have liked the change. And that might have been filtered down to us, you, and the people we meet. But yet we didn't know this. But the more we get used to understanding that change is actually good, because did you know nothing stands forever still in this time and space on our planet? Nothing stands still. Time is consistently moving, and your body actually is consistently moving, and your blood is consistently flowing. You're consistently breathing oxygen. So there's lots of consistencies going on. It's just that we don't think about it. And that is also a change. That flow is a change, because 1 minute to the next will never be the same. Makes sense? And what we're looking at here is inspiring you, to inspire you to look at, where is your life going? Where is your life taking you? And what are you getting from these lives that we're doing with you? And as an expert, as I say, of 20 plus years, mentoring and coaching and helping people to get from one place in their life to another place with ease as much as possible, but looking at that support, holding your hand and taking you on that journey. Hence, talking about the journey, I'm going to take you through something. So, I'm going to take you through something in the transformative path, which is the 7 steps to personal growth and empowerment. And I wanted to share something with you because a lot of people can get scared about the change. We've talked about that, but trust me, change is good. It's for your growth, your personal development. It's about what more can you have out of life. And we don't want to miss out on too much of life. I can tell you that because life is actually shorter than we think. You know, when you think about the years are going past, the decades are going past really quite quickly. What do you want to achieve? So, in the transformative path, I'm just going to share with you our 7 steps. They are reminders that can support your journey. So I'm just going to read them out from here. The Transformative Path, one of my books. And the reason why I wanted to share this is because a lot of people that have already read the book have come back with their feedback and said, I wish I knew that earlier. I wish I did that earlier. And sometimes we're leaving it a little bit too late. As I had a Zoom call with a lady today from the US, and my biggest advice I could have given her is time is too short. Why would you want to leave anything when you can do it straight away and live a happier, fulfilling, abundant life? So, these are the 7 things I'd like to share with you here. So, number 1, change is good. Remain in a flexible mindset. Yeah. So we may hear a lot of people talking about mindset in the last few years or so. And a lot of people don't really understand the mindset and try and speak about it. There's so much depth in this. It's a lot of trusting in yourself, but also adapting to change. And there's a lot of flexibility that we need to accept with the mindset because the mindset has to be open to change to be able to grow. Be flexible. Number 2, this is learn new skills. Wow, learn new skills. You may be a man or a woman, and you may be listening to this, female or male, and thinking, learning a new skill. You know, some of the biggest athletes have had to learn new skills. You will think of some for yourself. And there was a swimmer, and his name was Daly, I think is his surname. He, okay, was a swimmer, a professional swimmer. And to get him through certain aspects of life, guess what he learned? He learned to knit. He learned to knit. He learned a new skill and he became so good at it. He was quite a professional at it. You see, the more we try and learn a new skills, thank you for your likes. Keep liking, by the way, keep subscribing too. But the more we learn new skills, the more we are adding to our library of who we are. I'm just reading you a little bit out of Transformative Path here, just to show you that learning new skills is actually using so many parts of your mind, your body, your thinking, your eyesight, you know, your knowledge, your information. We're learning so much when we're learning new skills and we're growing. And it doesn't matter. It could be something simple as I want to learn how to swim. I want to learn how to play baseball. It could be something on such a simple level, which is an activity. But learning new skills is definitely for your growth. So we don't want to limit our growth. We want to grow. It may be a different subject matter you're thinking about. And what skill could I learn right now? Parveen's talking about it, but what would suit me? So look at something that would help you to fulfill your life and your journey, your path, more on the growth level. Learn new skills. Okay, techniques. I was talking to a lady today. Would you like to learn some of the techniques that I could show you that could help your well-being on a daily level? And she was like, wow, is it this? Is it that? And I was going, nope. Is it this one? I says, nope. Is it like that? I was saying, no, because what we do is really quite unique. It's not the same as other types of coaching and other tools that are already out there. Our tools and techniques are usually quite unique, and we are told that by our clients and students. But learning new techniques for your whole self would definitely benefit you for the rest of your life. If, for example, imagine learning to swim, imagine learning to knit. It's something that you didn't have before. You developed something which is great for your whole self, holistically, emotionally, mentally, physically, on a deep soul level as well. So be open to new ideas. Do you agree with me? Sometimes we become so rigid that we forget that we can grow with new ideas. And as long as you're listening to somebody who has expertise, I think this is also very important, because we were talking about this today again with a group of people, that there are so many things out there, but not everything is authentic as it should be, or authentic to you, and you may believe it and absorb it and think it's real. So we have to look at going to experts for the real help, or opening up to new ideas. Number 3 is embracing opportunities. Now, this subject matter this week is change is good. Be open to change. Embrace the change. So what we are looking at here is embracing opportunities. Imagine if somebody spoke to you and they said, guess what? Have you tried this? And I've really enjoyed it, and I really recommend this. And you were like, oh gosh, I'm not so sure. I don't think it's for me. But how do you know if it's not for you if you've never tried it? See, imagine now you had a plate of food in front of you and the chef brought it out, and you wonder, wow, what is this, all this food? And you go, oh, no, that's not for me. What have you not done? You've not tried the change. You've not even tasted the food on the plate. How do you know what the flavors are in that when you just looked at it and said, oh, no, that's not for me? This happens a lot in my field of work, because people have never tried it, but they say no. But you've never tried it. How do you know it's for you? You'll only know when you try it. Do you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen? Keep giving me the thumbs up, keep giving the likes. And if you have any comments, we will look at those too. So 1, change is good. Number 2, learn skills and techniques, new skills and techniques. Number 3, embrace the opportunities. Embrace the opportunities. Opportunities don't come often, by the way, as well. I can share that with you of my 24 years of experience. And when we embrace the opportunities, we're actually broadening our horizons. And broadening our horizons gives us so much more growth. Would you agree with me? You may be thinking yes, you may be thinking no. Remember, keep your notepad there, write down what you feel is triggering some thoughts in your mind and how you can adapt and change your life too. Okay, number 4. Are you ready for this one? Thinking on your toes. Wow. You may think of that in so many different perspectives, thinking on your toes. We have to be more alert nowadays. I would say technology is so fast flowing that our attention spans are getting less and less and less. Would you agree with me? That we are busy scrolling on our phones, and our attention span isn't that long. We could even say 7 to 14 seconds even. Okay, so we'll watch something for a few seconds, we get bored. I hope you're not getting too bored with what I'm talking about, because you can always come back to this anyway. But we're looking at thinking on your toes and keeping yourself mentally alert as possible. I was talking to some clients today, and I'll just share this with you. And brain training is really good, because as we get older and older, we'll start to forget some of the simple things, like, where did I put my phone? Who doesn't do that? I think we all do that. I forgot where I put my keys, for example. Or it could well be something simple as, I can't formulate my words right now. Oh my goodness. For women will say it's hormones when we come through the menopause stage of ages in the Middle Ages, which is actually my age group. I'm not shy to say anything, by the way, because I am open to opportunities and I'm open to embracing changes, and I'm learning every day too. So women of a certain age may think, oh, I've got brain fog, I can't think straight, my train of thought is gone right now. And we're thinking about thinking on your toes, being alert as much as possible. But if I can just touch on this subject matter just for a moment, are we taking enough food sources into our body system to keep our brain healthy and well? I'm going to touch on this for a reason. because I always say to my clients, are you eating the right foods for your brain? We need brain food like walnuts, for example, yeah? Because you know what? They are shaped just like the brain, so we need that. Another one is oily fish. You know, we need to keep the oily fish going into our body system because our brain uses the ingredients and the chemicals need to be right in the brain to function properly. So we're looking at keeping and thinking on our toes to help us also. The reason why I say that, keeping ourselves on our toes, is because it helps us to come back from any setbacks. So in some sense, we're not just sticking to plan A, we have a plan B. The plan B will always help us to jolt us forward because we know setbacks can come to us at any point in our life. Would you agree? Setbacks and challenges we will face in this modern day world we're living in the era that we are living in right now. So setbacks will happen, but if we're on our toes, we're thinking ahead a little bit and we're alert and we're using our brain to the maximum benefit. But remember, we need calm time as well. We are then ready for any setbacks. We can cope with that. The number 5 is manage stress levels. So we must look at keeping our stress levels as low as possible because stress causes illness. Who knows more about that than me? Because I know I've experienced this and I do not want anybody else to go through what my body system went through. So if you can just imagine, I'm guiding you, I'm helping you, I'm coaching you right now, and I'm mentoring you to look after your stress levels, keep them as low as possible. Calmness, remember I talked about 2 minutes of meditation. We don't need to do 10, 20, 30, 40. There's no need for that really. When we master meditation and the calmness, which I do teach classes on if you ever wanted some support. But what I'm trying to say is manage that. Time is so limited for us in that 24-hour day, believe it or not. We still don't find enough time to do what we want to do. A lot of people are saying this. So manage your stress levels is number 5. Stay in this present moment. Oh my goodness me. How important is the present moment? The present moment is about being, again, which links in with thinking on your toes a little bit, on the number 4. So we're looking at managing your stress levels by staying in the present moment, being here. I know where I am. I know where my surroundings are. I know what I am doing and I am alert. I am here. I'm not thinking about the past too much because that's not serving me. And I'm not thinking about the future too much either because I need to be here, taking in this time right here, right now. Number 6, be open to criticism. Oh, human beings naturally do not like criticism and it can be hurtful sometimes. But when it's constructive criticism, it's going to help and support our path and our journey. And this is what that number 6 does say in Transformative Path. It supports your path. Okay, so be learning and open to receiving some sort of feedback. Criticism is being careful that it's more constructive than not constructive, and be open to sharing with that person. If it hurts you a little bit, you can say, oh, that was a bit harsh, but I know what you're saying and actually it's going to help my growth. So see how it feels for you. Number 7, we're coming close to the end of this session already. My goodness, where does time go? 7, calmness. Calmness is the beauty of the soul. And that's what soul to soul well-being is all about. We want to help you to be in the calmness states, to help you to be in the best place, so that the more calm you are, the clearer you will think, the more focus you will have, the more you're going to be able to achieve. And then on top of that, your journey is going to be smoother than not be smooth. So some of the things we need to embrace is change. This is all change. Calmness. If we haven't had calmness, let's be calm. Let's embrace that change because change is good. There we go. 7 steps. The reminder of things that can support your journey when it comes to change. We're finishing off soon, but let me just share something with you. So I have my own pack of beautiful cards. My very first pack was this pack, which links in with my first book called Seeing is Believing. It's the same image actually. Now, if I could give you a message today, This is a random message for everybody who's on here. Please take this on board because usually this is quite accurate, and I want to help and support your path, your journey. Okay, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that as well because I'm giving you so much here right now. Are you ready? If I could just pick out, here we go, one random card. Wow. Okay, this is your vital message for this session. Unity. Remember, we're talking about change is good. Unity. Unity is the quality that is needed. Do we know that right now in the environment and the atmosphere of the world right now? Yes, we do. Okay, unity is the quality that is needed. Feel the togetherness. You are a soul belonging to the heavens above and life on earth. So you may take that in your own way. So look at what it means. Unity is the quality. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Feel the togetherness. You're a soul belonging to the heavens above and life on earth. Now, if we do not embrace this message alone, wow, we are not doing too good. The reason why I say this is because you are a living human being. You're alive, you're breathing, you're functioning, you're here on this planet, but something has brought you here. You're on this earth for a reason, and life is precious. And if we can work in unity, that's when, things will be much more harmonious. Wouldn't you agree with me? So I hope you've enjoyed today's YouTube live session with me, Parveen Smith. I am a global awardee in emotional and mental health, and I've been helping people for over 2 decades. And as an author and trainer and coach, I just want to say thank you so much for paying attention to this channel today. Every Wednesday, you will see me here, and I will help and guide you as much as possible. If you need anything from me, please message me directly, Parveen at Soul to Soul Wellbeing. Sorry, let's start again. Soul to Soul Wellbeing at outlook.com. So you can have a look on our website as well. Just go to soultosoulwellbeing.com. And my name is Parveen Smith. I'm here to support and guide you. Don't forget, like and subscribe, share with your family and friends. If this hasn't served you, it will serve somebody who who may need this. And I will look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. May you all have a great, great evening, great morning, great day, wherever you are listening in from around the world. Thank you.